Hey guys, it's Lauren. Welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am talking to you all about brand new makeup launches for March of 2019. There are a lot. I feel like brands are really kicking it up for spring, and so I do have a lot to talk about. I've done videos like these before where I sit down, chit chat with you guys, give my opinion, and talk about, all of the information on these brand new products. I talk about formula, I talk about what other people are saying, pricing, when you can get them, where you can get them, basically anything you want to know about these products, I will probably mention it in this video. Any of the products that are already available, I will have a link in the description box down below, so you can check them out there if you guys would like. Also, if you're new here, please make sure to subscribe before you go. I would love to have you as a part of the family. And if you want to check out more of my new makeup launch type videos, then I will have a link in the cards and in the description box down below to a playlist with all of those videos. So without further ado, let's get on into it. So I always forget to mention this in the beginning of these videos, which is kind of ironic because the first point kind of has to do with memory. I have a list of all of the products and information on the products that I'm going to be talking about on my phone. So if you see me occasionally looking down, that's what I'm doing just to make sure I remember to say everything that I want to say, which, not the best memory, but you guys know that. And also, I do have pictures coming up on the screen throughout the video. I will have pictures of the makeup products, and those will either come from @TrendMid1 on Instagram, a great Instagram account talking about brand new makeup products. I love her page, really have for a long time, so you should check it out if you haven't already. I will have a link down below to her Instagram. But they will also be coming from the brand's website. If I can get a picture off there, then that's where I'll use it from. Some of the information that I'm going to be talking about came from those sites. I just compiled it together and are giving my thoughts on these products. So I just wanted to give credit to where credit is due. And yeah, let's get into the video. For real. The first product launch I wanted to talk about is the Beauty Blender Primers. So Beauty Blender is a brand that is known more for their makeup sponges, but you can only really come out with so many different makeup sponges. So they have, actually I believe last year they launched a foundation, then they launched like a setting spray, and now they're going into primers. So for primers, they're coming out with 3 different ones. They're coming out with the Selfie Shield, Opal Essence, and then they're also coming out with the Leveler. These are all going to retail for $32 each, and they're actually available now on Sephora's website, I believe Beauty Blender's website, and so I'm going to start off with the Selfie Shield. The Selfie Shield is a dry oil primer, and so this product is going to be really good for helping with dark spots, discoloration, redness, anything like that. And it's going to be an oil-based primer, which I do enjoy, but I don't love the greasy feeling that I associate with most oil-based primers. However, this one, because it is a dry oil, typically dry oils don't have that. Of course, I haven't tried this. I don't know for sure, but I'd be interested to see what that texture is like. It also has a broad spectrum SPF of 38, so it's kind of nice to combine your sunscreen and your primer if you can. In the summer, I don't really like to do that, but all of the other seasons when I don't need a ton of protection for my skin, that's a really nice way to go. Then we have Opal Essence. Opal Essence is a hydrating serum primer, and this one really intrigues me because I do have dry skin. I struggle with dehydrated skin, something that needs a little bit more moisture, radiance, help with the dullness, and that's what this is supposed to do. And then lastly, we have the Leveler, and the Leveler is a pore minimizer primer. So if you have, kind of oilier skin, this is going to be really great for you. And they have 2 different shades, and I really do like that. They have the light to medium, and then they have the medium to deep. So I think they are trying to, as a lot of brands are, come out with a couple different primers for people with different skin tones to really best accommodate everyone, and I really like that, and I like to see that Beauty Blender is going in that direction as well. So the next product people are losing their minds over. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Riviera eyeshadow palette. They've recently launched a whole new collection of products, but this product really stuck out to me, and I feel like it's sticking out to a lot of other people as well. This product retails for $45. It's already available on Ulta's website, Sephora's website, Anastasia's website, and this product has 14 all new eyeshadow shades. And I know that Anastasia can typically recycle some of their shades, put them in a couple of their different palettes, but these are all brand new Paradise inspired shades. There's going to be 4 metallics, 8 ultra mattes, and then 2 duochromes. And so this palette is going to have a dual-ended brush, which I really do like when higher end palettes include brushes. When the drugstore ones include those little weird applicator ones, I'm not really down for that. But this actually looks like a really nice brush. It'll come with a mirror in the palette, and it's supposed to be a travel-friendly palette. I don't think it looks that different compared to their other palettes, but I think it's important to mention because if it is travel-friendly and you have these really, really pretty shades that are unique and would be great for, holiday trips, going on you know, tropical trips, I guess. That's what I think of when I think of this palette, and you definitely want to make sure that your palette isn't going to shatter when you take it somewhere like that, so I think it's important to note. And yeah, that's my thoughts on this palette. I don't think I will be picking it up, but I have heard really great things, and I think if you're really into color, I'm more of a neutrals girl, and that's why I'm passing on it. But if you like Anastasia, you know, formula, which a lot of people do, so it may even be a really good one to try out if you haven't already, if you like color. That's kind of the caveat on that one. So this next product is from Kylie Cosmetics. And for me, Kylie Cosmetics, I don't always mention in these videos because they are always coming out with new products. And don't get me wrong, they are bomb products, but they're just kind of hard to, you know, talk about every single launch. But this one intrigued me and I kind of want to try it. So it's the Kylie Cosmetics setting powders, and these are going to retail for $24. They're supposed to be a velvety smooth, all over the face, like setting powder, and it's going to be translucent. So you can use it just underneath the eyes, or you can use it all over the face, which I do like that you could do both. Some powders strictly, like you can only bake with them, or you can only use them under your eyes. And people kind of have problems with the word translucent that she used here, but I don't. And the reason for that is that, yes, she is coming out with 6 different shades of translucent powder, which typically isn't done. And that's because people, when they think of translucent, they're thinking of clear. And translucent more is just kind of like opaque. You're adding a little bit of coverage and a little bit of color, but not a lot. I kind of think of like the Laura Mercier powder as like a translucent powder, and then I think of like my Maybelline powder, which has a good bit of coverage on it, as not a translucent powder, as one that has, you know, the color to it. So I'm not irritated by the 6 shades that she's coming out with. I think she's coming out with more to accommodate more people. So I'm really into that. And I'm excited to have a powder that I could use, like a loose powder I could use all over the face or just concentrate it in one area. So yes, this is available now, and I will have a link to it down below. So near the end of the summer, Too Faced launched a Tutti Frutti collection, which was, I believe, exclusive to Ulta, and now they're coming out with a part 2. People really liked the first launch, but this second launch is a little, I don't know, controversial. Like, some people are, you know, loving it. They're like, more, and some are like, you're just using a marketing technique to sell more products, using this collection, extending the name, all of that, the same way they did with like the peach products and the chocolate bar products. And I do agree that is probably what they're doing. However, I don't really care. Like, if the product's good, I don't care about the marketing behind it, as long as it's something that isn't harmful. And fruit is not, like, to me, like, it is not that deep. So if it works well, you know, that's all I care about. They're coming out with a lot, and I want to talk about products that are actually already available. So they have the You're So Jelly highlighter, and this highlighter retails for $30. It's supposed to be like a bouncy jelly highlighter, and it's supposed to smell like fruit, which is always nice. I like scented things. If you don't, again, that's something to note for this whole collection. And it's supposed to give a really cool, like, refreshing feeling to the face when you apply it. I wear highlighter a good bit, but whenever I wear it, it's typically going to be a powder highlight, a cream highlight, or a liquid highlight. And this doesn't really fit into those categories. Like, I feel like it's just not a texture that I would enjoy. Of course, I'm not going to knock it unless I ever try it. I just don't know if I want to try it. So they are going to come out with 3 different shades that they have. It's Rose Pink, Bourbon, and then Champagne. So those are those 3 shades of the jelly highlighter. They're also coming out with a Do You Fresh Luminous Primer. So this primer retails for $34, and it's supposed to give a really like soft luminous glow to the face, which I really like. It's supposed to be really good for selfies, and as someone with dry skin, like I mentioned before, I am kind of intrigued by a primer that's going to give radiance and moisturize, and I don't know, I think it'll be great for the summer. They're coming out with 3 different shades. Again, that whole like primer trend of coming out with a couple different shades for people with different skin tones, really like it. They have Radiant Pearl, Radiant Nude, and then Radiant Caramel. So then they're coming out with the Do You Glow Translucent Powder. So this is going to be a loose setting powder, but it does kind of have like a sifter, which I think is interesting to note. I bet it will work fine. Now, you know, I like sifters. I think it helps keep things a little bit more organized. However, there have been some times where I've had a sifter that just kind of makes things more difficult. Like, it's hard to get the product out. You're not really getting your bang for your buck because the product's in there, but you can't get it out. I don't know if it'll be like that with Too Faced. I've never tried it, but that's something to think about. So this will retail for $33. Not sure if I mentioned that already, but it's supposed to set makeup while leaving kind of like a brighter complexion and adding a little bit of a radiant finish. I don't know if they mean like kind of more glowy finish or if they mean kind of a little bit of a shimmery finish. And I think that's important. I don't even know, it may be different from what they intended to. I think radiant is a very important word to know when you're looking at a setting powder. When I think of setting powder, I want something that is going to set, that's going to mattify a little bit. If it looks natural, I'm cool with that, but I don't want it to look glowy. I'm using setting powder for a purpose of mattifying, making everything a little bit more toned down, especially as the summer is coming. That's what I'm looking for. So I think I want to look personally at some reviews for that. They are coming out with the same 3 shades of this little setting powder as they did with the primer. So they're coming out with that Radiant Pearl, Radiant Nude, and then the Radiant Caramel. So then lastly, in this little first part of the launch, of the second launch, they are coming out with the Party Ready Essentials makeup set. I think the set is a really good deal, and I'm debating on whether or not I want to purchase this myself, and it retails for $42, and you're getting 3 full-size products and then 1 deluxe size. So you're getting the full size of the banana setting powder, which, oh my goodness, I want to try it so bad. I love a banana setting powder, and I really wanted to pick this up when it first came out. I never did, and now I feel like I should in this set. They're also coming out with the Juicy Fruits Comfort Lip Glaze. I believe it's in the shade Grin and Bear It. And then they're coming out with another full size of the Better Than Sex Mascara, all in this set. And then lastly, they're coming out with a deluxe little like size of it's their highlighter and bronzer duo. And this is in the shade Pineapple Paradise. So that is what the set is going to be, but they're also coming out with a few other products within this line that I'm not getting into just because this video would be centuries long if I did. I feel like I've already been talking about Too Faced for like 5 minutes. But they're also coming out with lip glosses, they're coming out with a little like design mascara, they're coming out with a watermelon and face and eyeshadow palette. They're coming out with a lot, but these products are already available on Ulta that I mentioned prior with all the pictures and details, so you can check them out. And down below, I will have them linked. Next up is the Farsali Rose Gold Skin Mist. So this is inspired by their Farsali Rose Gold like skin elixir, and this product is interesting. I do have a few things that like I kind of question about it. But this product is going to retail for $39. It's available, or it will be available on Sephora's website, and it'll be available on Farsali's website on March 12th. And this is supposed to be a hydrating, setting, prepping, and refreshing spray for the skin. It's a 4-in-1 product. And this product has rosehip seed oil. So while it is a little bit more expensive, I've heard really good things about using that type of oil with your skin. And it's alcohol free, which I think is really important to note because a lot of brands that are like have their setting sprays, they do have alcohol in it. And I find that that really dries out my skin. So that's a major pro for me that this product doesn't have that. But this product also has 24 karat gold flakes in it, which is why the setting spray is not a continuous mister. So when you're spraying it, it's not just going to keep going. And that's interesting to me. Like, I don't mind. Like, I don't care if I don't have a continuous spray. But it's interesting because if it can't be a continuous spray because of those gold flakes, which is what Trendmade said and a couple other people were talking about in the comments, to me that made me think, oh, well, these have got to be kind of big. Like, how are they going to work when going on the face? Of course, I don't know if they're dissolvable, however that works, but it is interesting to just think about. I don't know. But the main thing that gets me with this one is it looks a lot like the YSL Touche Éclat Blurring Primer, which came out a long time ago. Like, for things like, I know the Urban Decay palette, like their new palette, the Reloaded, looks a lot like the Sultry palette. And that's, you know, a little interesting, but it's also like, they came out really close together. And in production, you'd have to like, they really were too close to like have copied one another. But this one, I don't know, and I'm not gonna, I don't think there's any way that I would be buying the Farsali new product just because it looks too similar to the Touche Éclat Blur Primer. And I do think, part of me thinks, I don't know where they got the idea. I don't know if they stole it or whatever, but I just don't think I'm going to support it. And it really is solely for that reason. One, because I'm not that interested in the product, but even if I was, I feel like that would hold me back. One thing I forgot to mention though is that the setting spray is citrus scented, so that's another thing. I don't love to have like a lemony smell all over my face. I don't mind scented products, but when it's a setting spray, I am pretty particular about what I like to spray all over my face, that I'm going to have all over my face throughout the entire day. And citrus, I don't know. Alright, next up we have the Too Faced Better Than Sex eyeliner. And this product was just announced. There's not a lot of information on them. Like, you don't even know, I don't think anyone knows the release date yet. And I wanted to mention this one because, you know, the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara is like a holy grail in so many people's collections. And while I liked it, it wasn't my favorite. But this liner, for some reason, is really intriguing me. I tried out a couple of like Too Faced liners. Don't really like them that much. But this one, there's something about it and the way that they're advertising it that's really drawing me in. It said, like, these are all claims. Of course, I don't know anyone who's tried it, but it's supposed to have 24-hour wear. It's supposed to be waterproof, smudge proof, and it's supposed to give like a perfect line every single time, which I don't know. And then the main thing that really intrigues me is it's supposed to be like super intensely black. It's supposed to cover up even glitter eyeshadows, which I would love if it did. I really have trouble sometimes, like you guys know, I love the glitter. And so when I'm using an eyeliner over it, like if I were to have used an eyeliner over the glitter that I'm wearing on my eyes today, it would not have worked. Like I don't think I could have found one that would have covered that glitter. And so if this really does that, I think it'll definitely be worth. I imagine that it'll be around the same price as the Better Than Sex mascara, which is like $24, $23. And I think that's what it'll probably end up being. And I would be willing to pay that if it actually does all of these claims, because that is like, that's intriguing. That would really draw me in. Alright guys, that concludes today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what products you are thinking about picking up. And I am trying to come up with a schedule for my future uploads, maybe posting once or twice a week and having you guys know when you can come to my channel and expect a video. I did a poll and you guys seem to be interested in that. So if you have any days or times or anything in particular that you would want me to post at, then let me know down below. And if you have any video ideas, I'd love to hear from you guys. I'm going to be pre-filming, trying to really get that schedule down so that I can be, you know, the most consistent, the best for you guys. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You guys know I really do love doing this. Like, this is a time in my day when I just feel happy. Like, I love doing this. So I hope that you guys can tell. I hope the positivity radiated a little bit. And I will see you guys in my next video. If you would like to check out more of my videos, I will have 2 linked right there. And if you would like to check out more of my social medias to be able to, you know, stay up to date with me when I'm not filming YouTube, then I will have those down below. Bye!